Ateez has once again asserted their dominance in the K-pop scene with the release of their latest full-length album. The group's comeback has not only captivated fans worldwide, but has also set a series of remarkable records. I've said it before, and I'll say it again. The boys are at the top of their game. The World album series has been insanely consistent in quality so far. In this video, I'm going to be giving my review of the finale, Will. In this project, they continue to impress and expand on what they've done previously. I can understand how this album might not be everyone's cup of tea because it explores the defying side of the group, which means it's more aggressive and in your face, which might tend to get a bit much for some people. I actually used to think I had the group pinned down because they do have a distinctive sound, but they do change things up for me in a pleasantly surprising way. This album certainly fits that bill. So far, the project doesn't blow my socks off in quite the same way as OUTLAW did, but I've obviously got to listen to it more over the next few months and let the songs sit with me for a bit longer. It's a very solid effort for such a lengthy album. Ariba is a big standout in terms of sound and production. It's very unique for the group. I love the overall party vibe. They pulled it off so effortlessly. Dreamy Day was also such a pleasant listen. I've been missing these softer songs in the last couple albums. It reminds me of their older stuff, but with a more mature edge. Then we have Silver Light. I didn't think that I would find a song I loved as much as Answer when I first heard it, but Silver Light might be the one. What a fantastic song. Definitely my favorite on the album. Visually, I thought the project was fantastic, but sonically there were parts of it that were a little weak. I think albums should be cohesive, but with each song still standing out in its own way. With this album, it's almost like the tracks blend into each other too much, which makes it less memorable. There needs to be more balance. Vocal performances on the album were flawless, but another thing that annoyed me was that literally every time Jongho is singing, it's always some ridiculous high note, and at this point it's just becoming too predictable. It seems like the other members had more freedom with their vocals. I'd like for him to have more room to show his full voice. When you listen to his Ditto cover, for example, we were able to hear his lower register and it sounded amazing. There was also an overuse of auto-tune that feels reminiscent of HYBE's overall production style. I'm also getting tired of them editing and processing vocals. I know many people like it as a stylistic choice, but I prefer voices to sound more natural. Even if vocal performances on a track don't sound good, weird effects don't make it better. They only emphasize what's wrong with it. There weren't any songs that I thought were downright awful, which normally with a long K-pop album, there's always at least one that I have to skip every time. But on the other hand, I don't think there's one song on the project that I could put in my favorite songs of the year. When I think about, say, Cupid by 50/50 or ETA by New Jeans, songs that I would consider to be some of the best pop songs of the last few years, there's just nothing on this album that is on that level. But doesn't mean the album didn't have an impact on me. It took me on a roller coaster of emotions. For me, it's one of their best, and the boys should be so proud. As a whole, Movement remains their best album to date, but this is definitely up there. Ateez never disappoint. Let me know what you thought below, and don't forget to subscribe as it really helps the channel.